Yao, hosting as Yakpo. I'm going to do the quick presentation of assignment week 4, which is based on access control mechanism. So this is the assignment that we have is divided into two: access control mechanism and the implementation of access role-based access control. So let's go back to my Visual Studio Code where I have the code set. So in this area I have part 1 report, which is here. I will be adding this to Word documents, and the part 2, which is the implementation part, and where I have my protected file and the role-based file, which is written in the Python. So as going to the file, in the file I in the first place pull the libraries, and then I define the role permissions where I have a guest, viewer, analyst, editor, auditor, and admin. So and then I define the data class. In the data class I have the user defined, and I have the role-based access control system defined, where the user will be prompted to add the user, to show the role, and to show the access, who have access and who does not have access. So coming down, this is the function to add the user, and another one is the function to get the permission, and that permission, another function to access the file, and also the function to print the role, and to print the user. So in sum, I have defined a menu where from 1 to 5 that menu will be executed to show the role, add the user, show the user, and access the file. Whoever is granted access to read the content of the file, will be the file content will be showing, and who does not have access, the content file will say access denied. So let's jump in my terminal to show these execution steps and the implementation part of access role-based access control. So this is my local terminal, so I'm going to list the content of it to see where the folder is. The folder is right here, access control mechanism. So I'm going to be seeding into it, seeding into access control mechanism. So I'm in the folder. So list the content of the folder. I have the report I already show, and part 2, which is the implementation part of the role-based access control. So to execute this, I need to be in this folder. So cd into the folder. So let's list the content of the folder, and then I have the protected file, which is here, and then I have the role-based access file, which is which I've written in a Python file. So to execute this, I need to write Python 3 space and the file name, and this role-based access control file.py. So now execute. As I execute it, as you can see from here, now the role-based access file menu is showing. So it's saying that it's giving me a prompt to enter number 1. If I enter number 1, it's going to show the role that I defined in the first place in the file here. In the role that I defined in the first place in the file here, which is a guest, viewer, analyst, editor, auditor, and admin. So let's try to implement that and see what will be the outcome. So now let's enter 1. If I enter 1 and enter, you see it gave me the role and the permission. I have a guest, viewer, analyst, editor, and auditor, and admin. So now let me try to add a user to it in the first place. So I'm going to enter number 2. Number 2 is going to prompt me to add the username. So I'll put Yao as my name, and Yao is the first user. Which role I want Yao to have? Yao is going to have admin role. So I add admin. That means Yao will have a read and write access to that role. So now, as you can see, I enter, you see Yao added with the role admin. So now let me add another user. Also let me add 2, and let me add John. I want John to be a viewer. I want John to be a viewer. So Now you can see, as you can see here, user John has a role viewer. Now let me add another role to another user, Emily. Emily. I want Emily to be analyst. So let me see, analyst. So now Emily has analyst role. So now let me add another user to enter Logan, for example. Logan, and then I want Logan to be editor. So yeah, Logan has the editor access, and I already implement viewer, analyst, editor, and an admin. Only left the auditor and guest. So I want to have, I want to add another one, Sam. Sam is going to be guest. Sam will have a guest role. So Sam already have a guest role, and let me add another one, Alice. Let me add Alice. Alice will be. Alice will have auditor role. So now that I have all the 6 role implemented, now let's try to show the role, show the users now and see the role that each one has. So I'm going to enter number 3. I'm going to enter number 3 here. Number 3 is asking me to show the user. So number 3, enter. And you can see here, Yahoo, John, Emily, Logan, Sam, Alice, they all have, they are the current user, and they all have a role assigned. So now let's see who have access to read and who does not have access to read the content of the protected file. So now to implement that, I have to enter, to check that, I have to enter number 4 in my prompt, which is a menu I show in the file. I'm going to enter number 4 to that prompt. So now I enter number 4. Let me just ask, let me just add Sam, for example, Sam, and then Sam is a guest. Sam is holding a guest role, so Sam does not have access to read the content of the file, so access denied. Your role does not have permission to read this file. You see? So now let me try who? Let me try for example, Logan. Let me try Logan. Number 4, let me enter number 4 and try Logan. And Logan also, even though he had an editor access, he had an editor role, but he does not have access to read the content of this file. You see? My conception doesn't give Logan. Okay, let me try another one also. Let's see who. Alice. No, I think I already did. Let's see Alice. Now you can see Alice can read. Alice here can read the content of the protected file. You can see it generates the content of the file here. So let's see, let's check another one also. Who? Let's check. I already did Alice, Sam, Logan. Let's check Emily. Let's check Emily. 4, enter Emily. Let's check Emily. Emily also has access to read the content of the file because she's an analyst, and then the analyst has the power to read the content of the file. Oh, now let's check who we need to check again. Let's check John. John is a viewer. Yeah, he has to view because he's just going to read. John, let's check John. 4, and let's put John. John also has access to read the content of the protected file. And let's check Yahoo in the last part, which is admin. Uh, Yahoo will have a read and write access, and the Yahoo have a read and write access to read the content of the file. And this is the implementation, the step by step for role-based access control. So thank you for watching my video, and that's all. And I'll be submitting this. I'll be adding this to my YouTube account and add the link to the Word document. Thank you again for watching.